Arizona's primary election is now underway. There's exactly 1 hour left before local voting centers close, and the eyes of the nation are on Arizona. They're watching to see how our state's Republican gubernatorial race plays out, with both Trump and Pence-backed candidates duking it out at the ballot box. Good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Sean Mooney. We're closely following the 2022 Arizona primary election. Many of our state's top political jobs are up for grabs. And we're dedicated to bringing you balanced coverage, starting with the race for Arizona governor. We have team coverage tonight. Shelley Jackson is live in downtown Phoenix with the Democratic candidates. But we begin in Scottsdale. That's where News 4 Tucson's Eric Fink is covering the Republicans. Good evening, Eric.
Good evening to you, Sean. We are here inside the ballroom at the Doubletree here in Scottsdale, where Kari Lake hopes to give a victory speech later tonight. Lake, the former TV news anchor up here in the Valley turned politician. Lake has the backing, the full backing of former President Donald Trump. She has denied the results of the 2020 election, saying that the election was stolen from Trump. She is the clear frontrunner for the GOP nomination. She voted this morning. She says that if she were governor 2 years ago, she wouldn't have certified the presidential election results in our state. Lake's rival is Phoenix businesswoman and former member of the Board of Regents, Karen Taylor Robeson. Robeson has the endorsements of former Vice President Mike Pence and current Governor Doug Ducey. Now, it is rare to see a sitting governor endorse in the primary season, but some establishment conservatives say Lake is too extreme, too risky to run as the GOP nominee in the general election against likely Democratic candidate Katie Hobbs. So the polls have somewhat tightened over the last couple of weeks, some of them still showing Lake with a sizable lead, one out this past Sunday afternoon, showing that this race is in a dead heat. There is a little less than an hour left to vote for Arizonans. We are expecting our first big batch of results, a lot of that early vote coming in right around 8 o'clock, 8:10 tonight. We are live here in Scottsdale. I'm Eric Fink, News 4 Tucson. Sean, back to you.
All right, Eric, we're looking forward to those results. And tonight, two Democratic candidates for governor, Marco Lopez and Katie Hobbs, are having parties of their own in downtown Phoenix. News 4 Tucson Shelley Jackson is following both candidates and joins us from the frontrunner, Katie Hobbs' watch party. Shelley, how's this party kicking off?
Well, Sean, we're still waiting for folks to show up here. As you've mentioned, the polls close in just about a little under an hour now. Secretary of State Katie Hobbs will be holding her party here at the Crescent Ballroom in downtown Phoenix. Now, Hobbs is the clear favorite so far, with one poll having her winning with 75% of the Democratic vote. She has been the state's top election official since 2018. Hobbs is running against business consultant Marco Lopez. Now, you may remember Lopez. He was elected mayor of Nogales at just 22 years old. He also has state and federal experience. Hobbs has served more than a dozen years in public office in the state Senate and as a state representative. Both candidates are emphasizing education and affordable housing in their campaigns. And whoever wins tonight's Democratic nomination for governor will then go on to face off against either Kari Lake, the Trump-backed candidate, or Pence's former Vice President Pence's endorsement with Karen Taylor Robeson. We'll continue to have more for you tonight at 10.
All right, thank you, Shelley. We will continue to hear from both Shelley and Eric throughout the night. And there are some snags to report from a few Pima County voting centers today, including running out of paper ballots and an oversight involving provisional ballots. News 4 Tucson's Lupita Murillo has the details.
With an hour left before the voting centers close, you still have time to cast your ballot.
Voting can enhance your community, and so it's just really important to be involved, to be present within your community, because your vote can go a long way.
Some people had a longer wait time to cast their votes. According to Mark B. Evans, Pima County's communications director, voters who went to Kirk Bear Canyon Library were met with higher turnout than expected.
They ran out of ballots before we could get them replenished. And so they had to go quiet for a little bit.
The ballots were replenished, but that wasn't the only snag of the day. There was an issue with some provisional ballots.
We had an oversight, and they did not have the envelopes that the provisional ballots need to go into so that they can be placed into the voter box.
The correct envelopes were quickly taken out to the voting centers. Jacob Leonard and his wife April had no issues at the Donna Liggins Recreational Center in Midtown.
was very easy to get in and vote quickly.
The staff was really nice and friendly.
And as far as concerns about possible voter fraud, Evans says
the people of Pima County can rest assured that their vote is safe and secure and will be counted.
According to the communications director, overall, the voting centers worked out well. And remember, you still have about an hour to cast your ballot. Reporting from Central Tucson, Lupita Murillo, News 4 Tucson.